Hey guys, what's going on? It is David here, and we are back with another video. Now, in this video, guys, we're going to be reviewing the NASCAR Charlotte All-Star Race. Well, I say Charlotte because I'm used to seeing it at Charlotte, but tonight it was at Bristol Motor Speedway in Tennessee, and I just want to say, the best part about tonight was probably actually the All-Star Open, because that's where most of the controversy was, that's where most of the great battling was. But the All-Star race did have some very, very good battles, but that last 15 laps, it was green flag. It went green flag those last 15 laps, but there was barely any cautions when it came to that last thing. And there was barely any cautions when it came to the whole All-Star race in general. But, yeah, we'll get on to the race eventually. But here I wanted to go through the finishers right here. Alright, Chase Elliott. They said on the NASCAR race that they need to come up with a new nickname for Chase Elliott, because the only person to win the All-Star race that wasn't at Charlotte was his father, Bill, when he won it in Atlanta. To hear that was actually crazy to hear that. And considering Chase Elliott, ever since it was after stage number 1, which was won by Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott basically dominated the whole race. Kyle Busch did eventually get up there and tried to get a little bit close to Chase Elliott, but I think Chase Elliott had the best car of tonight. And considering the fact that he won stage number 2, stage number 3, and he won the race, Chase Elliott fully deserved this win, and he's won the $1 million. Now, when it came to the old $1 million, he would have to win all 4 stages, you would have to win all 4 stages in order to be qualified for the $1 million. And I know all 4, if you win, based on where you finish, based on who wins the stages, that's how they start in the final stage. Considering that actually kind of weird. I guess Brian Blade did actually start on the pole, on first place in the stage, so that's how Chase Elliott was able to get by. And yeah, Chase Elliott fully deserved this win. Congratulations to him. But I just wanted to talk about the second place guy right here. This guy has had such a down 2020. And when it comes to the NASCAR season, he's defending Sprint Cup Series champion. He is Kyle Busch. And Kyle Busch has always done very, very well when it comes to the Bristol race. When it comes to Bristol races, he did good. He was supposed to do good. I think it was in May. Whereas in April, at the previous Bristol race, which they ran earlier, and it just always seems like Kyle Busch does have a very, very good run when it comes to Bristol, and tonight just proved it, because he slowly worked through each stage, working his way up to get to where he is and get a very good top 5 finish in the All-Star race, and now he can get up to back it up this coming weekend in Texas when NASCAR does go back. I think he's going to be on NBC, because I think today was the final race on Fox. Kevin Harvick finishing in P3, Brad Keselowski finishing in P4, Denny Hamlin finishing in P5, Ryan Blaney finishing in P6. The top 6 drivers, I would probably actually say, were all the most dominant drivers when it came to this race. Like, Kyle Busch was up there, Kevin Harvick, Chase Elliott, Brad Keselowski, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney. They were all up battling for this win in each stage. So these 6 guys, it seems like there was like a competition between the top 6 and then the rest of the thing, because the other drivers just didn't seem to be doing very good, and they just didn't seem to have the best car to be able to pass anyone. Of course, when it came to the actual track, it was mostly due down to the bottom. You can only run the bottom because the top side the track is very green. You guys gotta understand that the track is very green because there's no practice, there's no qualifying. So it was going to take a while for the top to wear in. The top did wear in a couple of times. You saw guys like Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch, when he was trying to chase down Chase Elliott. It seemed like it was coming in, but it was never even enough to stop the battle of, like trying to get past the bottom guys, the guys on the bottom line. And it just doesn't seem like it was enough. Joey Logano finishing in 7th, Alex Bowman finishing in 8th, Eric Almirola, the top guy out of the guys that made it from the Open, finishing in P9. And Martin Truex Jr. finishing in P10, rounding out the top 10. The rest of the finishers goes as follow. Eric Jones, who has had an average day, when it came to this race, finishing in P11. William Byron finishing in the second best out of. I actually just realized this because I took down the results. The 4 drivers that made it through the Open were Almirola, William Byron, Matt DiBenedetto, and Clint Bowyer. We'll get on to what happened in the Bubba Wallace because Bubba Wallace should have really been in this All-Star race. But Byron finished in 12th, DiBenedetto finishing in 13th, Justin Haley finishing in 14th, Clint Bowyer finishing in 15th. So the way the guys won and got through the All-Star Open into the All-Star race, they actually finished in order. Almirola beating Byron, Byron beating DiBenedetto, and DiBenedetto beating Bowyer. So that's kind of funny to see when you really think of it. Cole Custer finishing in P16. Jimmy Johnson, not a very, very good day for Jimmy Johnson, finishing in 17th in this final All-Star race. 18th was Matt Kenseth. I was about to say Ryan Newman. Matt Kenseth having a not so good day either. Ryan Newman finishing in 19th, and then finally it was Kurt Busch. After Kurt Busch, I think Kurt Busch had trouble this whole All-Star race after getting involved with Brad Keselowski, and Brad Keselowski ended up getting in the back of Kurt Busch, and Kurt Busch ended up getting damaged. And it just didn't seem like that really helped Kurt Busch, and that didn't really fix the situation. So unfortunately for him, not a very, very good day for Chip Ganassi Racing when it comes to this Bristol race, finishing in 18th and 20th place. That's not very good in consideration that there's only 20 cars in the All-Star race. Then not a very, very good day. But let's talk about the race real quick. So let me get through the All-Star Open real quick. The All-Star Open, Aric Almirola did look very, very dominant in that first stage. Of course, he went on to go win the first stage, and basically qualify. And then he didn't have to worry about basically anything because he won the stage. He didn't have to worry about anything. But there was the biggest controversy of the stage number 1 in the All-Star Open was Bubba Wallace and Michael McDowell. And I just want to say that was a complete. Oh, I can't even say it because I was very, very frustrated at that time. But that was complete stupid move by Michael McDowell because Bubba Wallace, yes, he did give Michael McDowell the bump and run heading into turn number 1 and 2. But then Michael McDowell on the straightaway just basically hooked Bubba Wallace, turned him into the wall, and Bubba Wallace was out of the race. Bubba Wallace was not able to participate in the All-Star race. He was 100% going to win that All-Star, the fan vote if he didn't win the stage in any of the All-Star Open stages. But his car was too much damage. He actually did something. He actually went and left his front bumper, rear bumper at the garage hall of the number 34 car, Michael McDowell, and I found that very, very funny, and I'm glad Bubba Wallace did that because he deserves to be frustrated. You do not turn someone on straight away like that, especially if it's after a bump and run. You should expect that. It's Bristol. You should really, really expect that when it comes to this type of race. But Michael McDowell ended up not getting through. Bubba Wallace did not get through. And I'm pretty sure if Bubba Wallace ever sees Michael McDowell racing again, he's not going to give him the respect that Michael McDowell did not give him today. And yeah, William Byron was dominant through the second stage. Matt DiBenedetto, same thing in third stage. And then when it came to the final stage, the final stage was the one that Matt DiBenedetto won. And then Clint Bowyer got the fan vote due to Bubba Wallace being crashed out, not being able to have a backup car because they don't allow backup cars in the All-Star race. You have to make it through with a clean car in order to make it into the next, into the All-Star race. And when it came to the All-Star race, the first stage was really, really not that much of a battle. There was the incident with Kurt Busch and, Brad Keselowski, but after that, it seemed like Ryan Blaney just had the very, very car to keep going. He won stage number 1. Chase Elliott then passed Ryan Blaney and got through after some pit stops. Chase Elliott won stage number 2. Chase Elliott won stage number 3. And then when it came to coming into stage number 4, Kevin Harvick did actually pit for some tires and was hoping to actually get enough cautions for him to be able to get back up. Ultimately, finished third place. Was not able to get in there. Had the caution come out with the 15 laps left to go, I'd probably say Kevin Harvick would have won this race. But unfortunately for him, it just did not happen. And that's how things go. But ultimately, this race was a very, very decent All-Star race. And when it came to this rule that they have, I think it's a yellow cone rule, which basically means by that yellow cone, you can choose whether you want to start on the outside or inside. So that was very, very interesting for NASCAR to have. And then when it came to the underglow that they had on the cars, it was Ford had blue, Chevy had, I forgot what the color was called. I know Toyota had red, Chevy had amber and Toyota had red. So that was very, very interesting to see. And of course, you had the numbers on the side of the cars, and then you had the sponsors, in front of the numbers. So that was also interesting to see. So this also race was a very, very interesting race. Of course, they did allow fans in the stands, so that was a very, very good thing to see, and I hope they continue to possibly do that as long as they be safe. But in terms of this whole All-Star race, I'd probably say the All-Star Open was a lot more exciting than the All-Star race. But that's just my opinion. I want to know your guys' opinion down in the comments down below. What do you think of this All-Star race? Do you think it was a very good race, or do you think it was a very bad race? And what are your expectations for Texas? But yeah. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please just smash the like button. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys all later. I will be posting more sports content like this for you guys to see in the coming days. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys all later. Peace.